So we've got a bit of an audience here this morning. Day 2. Cars are being cleaned and it's time to leave Arras. This is day 2. Plan for today is 7.5 hours driving. We're going to go to, well, ultimately we're going to end up in Stuttgart with a few stop-offs in between. So that's where we are on Arras, where my thumb is, and we're going to end up in Germany, in Stuttgart, and it's time to hit the road. Okay, so right now we are about 165 kilometers outside of a small place in France which I've always wanted to visit. Whenever you look on things like Facebook and Instagram, I see lots of people going to this place and taking their pictures in and around this little area. It's a little town called Reims in France, and it was once the site of an old racetrack. So the thing is, the old racetrack is now a public road, so although it's not an actual track form, it has a road which goes straight through this old pit lane. It allows you to basically pull in and get some great photos and video footage of old pit lane. I don't know what the track is. I'll try and find out and confirm once I've got that. 165 kilometers away, you know the score. Alright, so we're coming up to the old racetrack here. You can see the flags in the distance. This was once an old F1 circuit. How fantastic is this? Let's pull over. This is so cool. Look at all of these sponsors up on the top here. We're going to get out and take a proper look. Ah, this is so iconic. All of the old sponsors. There's so much history here that we're not even aware of. Fantastic. How cool is this, man? This is awesome. There's so much history here, probably. All these iconic signs which aren't even prominent in Formula 1 now, but some steps here. I think we can get up, get a better view of the cars.
Awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. I think the last F1 they had here was something like 1966 or something that I was reading.
Yeah.
I just hope this building's safe. Oh yeah, this is the stuff. Wow. Now we're talking. Wonder what went on in this room. Commentators, maybe. VIP area. People drinking champagne. I don't know. Chris, you want to see some drone shots?
Fantastic idea, I'd love that.
Okay, so we're in Champagne region now. Some really lovely twisty roads. Reims, the race circuit was absolutely epic. We're now looking for a place to stop and get a spot of lunch, and then we're faced with a 4-hour trip or 4.5-hour trip into Stuttgart later today. So obviously Stuttgart is in Germany. Never been to Germany, which I, again, as I've mentioned earlier, I'm really looking forward to. So we'll catch up maybe in Stuttgart or maybe sooner if something interesting pops up along the way. So we've arrived in Stuttgart. It's been a tough day today, about 8 hours driving, but she's held up well. Everyone's just getting sorted now out of the cars. But nothing much to report on when you're driving for 8 hours, so I'm going to leave it there and we'll come back at the Porsche Museum and most likely the factory tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed.